On here. Let's do our
Yeah.
due diligence. So Wednesday, 9:12. We in here.
We get earlier with it.
Yeah, I mean we fluctuate. Sometimes it's, 9, 10, 9:30.
I said nine.
Are we on? I don't see us. Are we on? Are we live?
I'm looking.
Hold up. I want to look too.
Yeah, I just got the YouTube notification
All right. I see YouTube. We up there on Facebook.
on the book. I'm
Facebook
going to check the
working?
book.
I don't see Facebook working, bro.
I'm on live on Facebook. It's up there.
All right. And then
Right
Rumble.
there.
All right, Rumble, Facebook working. Episode 84, we back. You know what it is. Man, we had an election yesterday. That was fun times.
Hero, hold on. Hero and all his goddamn conspiracy theories. Y'all niggas is wrong. Then a bitch, Big T won it. Nah, fuck around. I don't care.
He did say Kamala was gonna win.
Yeah,
I
he
knew
did.
there was a chance, man. I felt like, oh, this shit ain't work. Is
She
Rumble
got,
working?
she got
She had a
smoked.
chance with the cheating part. If they was allowed to cheat, then of course she. But they knew. Hey, look, they remember January 6th. Just imagine having January 6th is all across the world if that man didn't get in the seat.
Bro, that shit can happen again in January 6th.
It's very possible.
I think that's more likely than the other side winning.
But it's crazy though because you had more young people involved in this election than ever. I'm serious, man. They lost friends behind this shit. They had odds
4
with
years
each other
old.
about it. I mean,
Yeah,
and this
4
I'm
years.
talking young people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hold
But
on.
y'all not a part of the electoral votes. Y'all in college and y'all don't even know this. Come on now. So what are you getting upset for? Because people didn't vote or vote or whatever the case may be.
Because the internet said get upset.
Man, you ain't lying,
Yeah,
boy. I
man.
tell you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm trying to. We're not streaming to Rumble. Something's going on with Rumble.
All right.
I'm trying to see what the fuck's going on. But
Why Mr. IT over there doing this thing with the figuring shit out? Hey, check it out, man. If you need a hat, figuringshitout.com. Go check out the merch. We got the hats, we got shirts, we got websites for sale. You know what I'm talking about? He got some advertisement. We were just talking shit about TikTok always selling too. This ain't this ain't that. I'll just let y'all know that check out the shit. Housekeeping. Go subscribe. Go let's get email. Communicate with you when we know what's going on. We're gonna be doing some special shit. 100 episode for our regular show coming up, so we're doing something rocking for that. Make sure you follow the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook, all that good jazz. I think next week when we try to go live on the TikTok as well. You know what I mean? So we're gonna try something different. We're just trying to get popping, man. We're trying to get it going on, trying to get the world to see what's going on and touch
Figure
all
some
bases.
shit out. Figure some shit out, bro. That's what we doing.
Absolutely.
That is it. But I think I got it working. We on Rumble now.
Share. It helps
We
the
got it.
algorithm. Please share it. It helps
Do
with
that.
this algorithm to get it out to more people so people be able to view this content.
Hell yeah. And we been consistent. So y'all already know every Wednesday we here. You know what I'm saying? Like clockwork. If it ain't 9, it's 9:30. If it ain't 9:30, it's 10. And if we ain't on, it's gonna be the next week. But we here. So what we got going on tonight? Let me make sure I stay in the frame.
And this is not a big T and them discussion, even though they had the goddamn world in uproar today.
Bro, that's why I preach detachment, man. Like, I mean, I get it. It's an emotional time. Every 4 years, somebody's gonna lose. Every 4 years, half the country's gonna be up in arms. It's just nature beats. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're all grown adults. We've been through so many elections. Like, this is the game. You know what I'm saying? You get emotionally invested. You got your candidate. They win, they lose. If they win, you have it. If they lose, you fucking, you know what I'm saying? You going through it. It's a fucking game, bro. This shit is a game. I'm telling
Hey,
you.
look,
Hero always says the energy vampires.
Loose.
just like watching sports. You're watching your favorite teams play against each other, and you betting on your team, and your team don't win. You just gotta suffer the loss.
Right, it's 4 year seasons. It's crazy.
Hey, look, before we get started, that's why I stopped watching football. Because I had a team that was so mediocre, and I was not mediocre in my spirit. I just couldn't deal with it. So I had to.
They could.
Was it
It's
Cowboys?
too much attachment. Too
It
much
was. Bro, I used to say, you got to watch the game on Sunday. You got to talk about that shit on Monday. You got to watch that shit Monday. You got to talk about it Tuesday, Wednesday. They gave you a Thursday game. You got to talk about that shit on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The same cycle. And that shit was eating up my motherfucking existence. And I won't get Nate yet.
so much time though. It's time consuming because it's mind consuming. That shit is on your mind all day. Anytime, no bullshit. Anytime you can watch a game and have plans to handle some business with your lady afterwards, your team lose, you ain't even in the fucking mood.
Y'all talk about
You throwing your TV, punching your TV, breaking shit.
Come on,
Like-
that shit is in the way.
I get it, but at the same time, I feel sorry for people because, like, you know, they thinking the worst. Like I say in my videos and stuff. Both of these political parties, they sell you the most fucked up fear. You know what I'm saying? And they're basically selling you fear for your vote. And you subscribe to the fear, and you think, okay, if I don't vote for this person, that person's gonna do this X, Y, and Z. They sell that shit to you. You buy it. You get invested. Now you all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we don't got to talk about it. It's not a political show. There's no conspiracy surrounding the election that we know of right now. There could be some that come in the coming weeks. But if that happens, you know, we'll definitely talk about that.
But also, look, and another, I'm going to get off this. We can get off this. We can move off this into some more important matters. But them niggas spent $11 billion on advertising just to capture your attention. What could our country have done with $11 billion?
Exactly, and all the money they sent to Ukraine, like, come on, like it's a game. It's the freaking Super Bowl of politics.
And the regular people are losing. The common man, the middle class, low class,
middle class is losing.
Hell yeah! And I know people probably get upset with us because we're not on the same page as them, but it is what it is, bro. It is, you know.
We got to get some money. We got to aggrandize our own future personal responsibilities, taking care of our immediate family, our immediate community, and let it trickle, ripple effect out of that way. Outside of that, man, I can't even. Them niggas, I'm a boy. Them niggas get to make policies about companies that they own stock in it and buy the stock and sell the stock. Like this bitch Nancy Pelosi owns so much Apple, it don't make no sense. So much Nvidia, it don't make no sense.
Trading.
Dog.
They know the moves when it's gonna happen.
Martha Stewart go to jail for it, but them niggas they do the same exact shit. Mm-hmm. If a nigga would have told me, hey, sell your stock because so-and-so, I'm selling. I'm going to get in trouble, though. But they in the room making the decision, and when the shit hit the fan, they covering their ass and everything all good. Let's move on, cuz.
They own the criminal justice system and make laws for it. Come on now.
Boy.
That's a bar.
I mean...
I know the judge. I know the judge, so therefore... I know the judge, the bailiff, the sheriff, and the deputy.
They went to Princeton with the judge. They went to Yale with the judge. They all came up together. You know,
I babysitted his son.
They in the same sorority. Skull and Bones.
Like, you walk in the courtroom, you got the judge who's being paid by the state. You have your lawyer, which is probably a court-appointed lawyer if you can't afford one, paid by the state. Then you got the Commonwealth or the district attorney, which is also paid by who? The state. How do you win? You already, come on, it's already biased. All three of them get paid by the same people.
Mm-hmm. Look, we come with conspiracy. This is all truth. So,
facts.
This is the truth, early truth section.
But what we talking about? What's the topic today? We talking about
euthanizing the middle class.
Goddamn. So, all right. So set it up. What's happening? Is this just Canada? Is this America? Like, what's going on?
To be honest, it's bigger in Canada, but it's kind of worldwide because I mean, you can literally go online and pull it up. If you opt out and want to be euthanized in any form or fashion or any kind of way that they have, they will assist you in it. I believe it's even here. It's just
so assisted euthanization.
Huh?
Assisted euthanization?
Yeah. They'll send your little chamber if you want to go out like that, you know, and they ain't even gonna charge you no shipping and handling.
They probably charge you family, I know that shit can't be free. They probably gonna charge somebody. But how does that work?
No, listen. They probably pay you for the service, but they don't pay the ship the the machine to your house and to pick it back up with your dead corpse in it.
So wait. This is a machine they send to your house. You sit in it and it kills you.
Yeah.
And that sounds like an execution to me.
It's euthanasia. Yeah, it's euthanasia and assisted suicide. Assisted suicide. Euthanasia is the act of deliberately ending a person's life to relieve suffering. The law, both euthanasia and assisted suicide, are legal under English law. So this is the UK. Damn.
I mean, it's a touchy subject though, because like, I guess there might be some circumstance criteria where you may want to just, ring the bell.
Too much pain, yeah.
But
you got people calling you, like nurses and people sending pamphlets, and
so they selling it.
It's
like somebody pushing it.
That's something you cannot market, bro. There's no way I'm getting in the mail. Someone's let me help you kill yourself.
That's what they're doing.
But it's in order with their depopulation agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so right. And so I just want to say, just think about the niggas who just can't get a grip, who are chemically imbalanced, right? Who just can't get a grip on life, and they trying real hard, and they swimming and swinging, and then they see this pamphlet oars the way out. Like, instead of getting some actual help, still getting their chemicals chased. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is.
See, the thing about it is, the suicide rate, the highest rate, I believe, is from 16 to 24. A lot of it being the youth, you know what I'm saying, that's going through these suicide situations. And a lot of the videos that be coming across the social media, it be crazy shit about suicide. You know what I'm saying? I had my son was watching a video the other day, and on an ad, it popped up talking about suicide. I'm like, well, I grabbed it. I'm like, what type of shit they talking about? That's what's going on. It's being promoted so heavily. But the fact that it's being pushed more so to the people that has injuries and different shit like that is because the hospital don't want to continue to pay for these people on medical needs. And rather than doing that, they're saying, well, listen, we're gonna fix it up so you can just go on and end it. You ain't gotta worry about being paid for that. Like on one incident, a lady, she was in the military and she was in the Olympics. She wound up losing one of her legs. From Canada, all she wanted was for the people to build her a wheelchair ramp. You know, they started sending her to euthanization pamphlets and trying to get her to euthanize herself, all because she wanted a fucking wheelchair ramp.
Don't tell me she did it though. She didn't do it.
No, hell no. She was telling her story like, yo, this is what they're offering me, and all I want is a wheelchair ramp.
Hey, let me give you some. Let's do some numbers right quick, because that is. I remember that one song came out. They took it off the radio. It was supposed to be a suicide hotline song
with Logic.
And it was, to me, it was like, songs are catchy. There's spells that get you to say things over and over, even in your subconscious. Mm-hmm. And I caught myself singing songs. I was like, this can't be a healthy song. That song,
I know what you're talking about. It was Logic.
The purpose of that song. How I want to say this.
It was a chant.
It was a chant, but songwriters are smarter than we give them credit for, right? So when they're making a song, they know what the repetition of it is. They know what the chant is going to be about. And so for him to say, oh, this is supposed to help this group, knowing damn well the way he worded it, it was saying, I don't want to.
I mean, I was like, stuff.
It was so weird, but like, so I just knew they took it off the radio. It was a decent song. It sonically was good, but like once you caught the words, it was like, that's why. So look,
it was a double meaning.
Yeah. Supposed to be doing one thing, but it's actually for sure doing another thing. I'm sure the numbers went up with the teens during that age, right? Mm-hmm. And that was song that came out 2015, maybe.
It was a few years ago, not too long ago.
Yeah. So here we go.
The song.
Who?
The Sean Kingston song "Suicidal." You know they changed it. It don't say suicidal no more.
What it say?
I can't remember what word they replaced it with, but I promise you they replaced that word from suicidal.
All right, so here we go. a little more than 49,000 people took themselves out in 2023.
In the
That's
world or just America?
America.
49. Okay.
Almost 50,000 people, which is wild sauce. And in 2022, it was 49.5, so 49 and a half. But here go another one right here. So
Damn.
it's a self take. How can I say it without saying the S word? You know, what I mean? Unaliving. Self unaliving.
We can't say the S word?
Was,
Probably not.
I don't want to say it. You know,
yeah.
Was the second leading cause for deaths of people ages 10 to 14 and 20 to 34, and the third leading cause for age groups from 15 to 19. That is unreal.
Told you that shit crazy, man.
Unreal, dog.
Unheard of, and if you go back when you check the histories of the generations and with the suicide rates and the ages, it's never been the way it is now, man. This shit is something wrong. Something seriously wrong, man. And to me, it's promoted. If you ask me, I mean, kids don't think about these things, but when you put certain people in certain situations and certain predicaments, you know what I mean, this is what you get.
And you
how is that even
switch.
An option? Like, how is that even an option for somebody, 10 to 19? Like, dog. How's that even how do you get your brain to even torque that way? Like, I understand chemical imbalance and stuff, but still.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is the highest. These rates is so 14 per 100,000 people. This is the highest it's been since 1941.
Man, a lot of it probably has to do with the news, diet. You know what I'm saying? Just the matrix in general, how it's built to oppress, keep your energy low, keep you in depression and all that shit. But that's kind of diabolical for hospitals to be pushing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm not going to say weak-minded people, but certain people would take that option if they feel like there is no other relief. You know what I'm saying? And the hospital's like, hey, we got this thing right here. I'm sure they probably have a pamphlet. They sell it. They probably tell them it's painless and all these other things. They market it to whatever. And it's like people are taking that option instead of actually trying to help them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to, like, terminal illnesses and things like that, it's kind of hard being on the outside and to speak on it, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know.
So you guys know. Go ahead, Cuzzo.
How you trying to ban abortions, but you pushing adult killings? I mean, that's really what it is. But to them, it's just like sacrificing. You just sacrificing yourself.
Oh, you think that's gonna take place? Oh, they're trying to. So they're gonna lose the abortion numbers and the sacrifice to Moloch. So now they're gonna try to cover it on the other end.
They have to.
Oh my!
They have to have some other way. I mean,
that's
when have you heard of somebody pushing, people killing them, people unaliving themselves because they have some type of illness? You ain't never heard about nothing like that. You felt bad when they was doing it to the dogs because they couldn't get homes and shit to the dogs. You were like, damn, that's what they do to them. Yeah, they get rid of them, or they low key give them back to you in the form of a food product. But anyway,
low-key.
You know what I'm saying? We felt bad about that. And to know that you're pushing this on people, what has the world gotten to, man? What are we really dealing with now? Because nothing is the same. And it'll never be the same. Everything is upside down now. Mm-hmm. Everything is the opposite.
It's gotta suck for the families too, to have a loved one take that option. But again, every situation is probably different, and there probably are real serious terminal stuff that there may be no hope for. You know what I'm saying? You rather do it or make a choice to go out on your own terms than succumb to a disease or something. And for those, like, it's hard to talk on. But for anything else outside of, like, a terminal deadly illness, like, there's got to be options. You know what I'm saying? Like for this lady that she was talking about with her amputee. She just got a leg missing. She's outside of that, she's fine. She can live a normal life. But they're trying to push her to kill herself.
With a limb short, doing fine.
Right. Yeah. There's people with no arms, no legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got apparatuses and gadgets.
But if you get
living.
I see the nigga on TikTok playing Call of Duty. He couldn't even.
Yes.
He was. You know what I mean? He got a
Nubs.
little.
Shout out to Nubs.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, thanks. He's one of them. The
He
Nubs,
he
yeah.
got a little thing in his mouth and he playing Call of Duty. Mind his
I seen
business.
a man roll a blunt with no arms. We talk
Lord.
about stop it.
Getting money.
And so, and I ain't trying to make light of the situation, right? I'm just trying to say that option, 99.9% of the time, should be not even thought of.
There should be some very specific requirements, criteria before that option is put on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it should be very, very stringent. It should be very minimal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the medical field, but I just feel like personally, like, as an option, that should be like, if you have like a couple months to live and it's probably going to be excruciating pain or whatever the case have you and it's terminal and there's 0% chance of survival, I might, you know what I'm saying? I might be like.
But how many times have you heard stories of people saying, yeah, doc told my family to come and say goodbye. And then here I am 5 years later.
That's
Doc
true
said
too.
Doc said this thing will take me out, and they done got rid of it completely. Right?
That's true too. That's
I
the
listen
the living will of that person, but not everybody has the will. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Fair enough. I listen to dude Joe Dispenza. Joe Dispenza. He talk about all the time. He talk about how the mind keep you well, right? He talk about the power I am and the meditation and how people just went in there with all kinds of illnesses, and fucking around meditated 6 months straight, right? Just not even 6 months, 3 months straight, weeks straight. Right, go back to the doctor. Doctor can't find no sign to nothing. Right, so that ain't my study of my field of profession. I listen to dude a lot. If I don't want to put it on me. I go see Buddy.
Yaki.
Right?
Yeah, Yaki did that too. Like people come back from the doctor, like they tell them they got terminal illness. Right. Yaki give them a regimen of food and stuff. That shit goes away. They go back to like you said. They go back to the doctor. Doctors don't be like, what the fuck did you do? I ate good. I ate how I'm supposed to eat.
And they don't like that
holistic shit.
He'll give nigga, take the cheeseburger because I need you back to where you was.
Right. No, this is hard.
They ain't gonna give you the herbs. The doctor gonna give you them white pills. They ain't gonna give you the herbal to tell you to fix yourself. Because guess what? Once you fix yourself, you ain't coming back to them.
Never.
Not only that, but you gotta think how many doctors out there have witnessed that or like had a patient that cured themselves. Do you think that doctor told that cure, or like recorded that cure and like told his other patients?
Absolutely not.
Share the knowledge, but like, yo, I have a patient that cured himself and he did this. They probably they just do what they were told, do the institutions, surgery, chemicals, whatever. Like, oh, that's a fluke. That was just that one guy. But like, you're supposed to take that experience, learn from it, and then share the gospel, cure all your fucking patients if you really cared about them. You know what I'm saying? But you don't hear those stories like that. They just like, oh, well, congratulations. Let me go over here and prescribe chemo for this motherfucker over here.
Got it right.
But I have heard of doctors leaving their practice because they weren't able to subscribe actual methods that they know what they weren't working right. I can't not tell you to take your diabetes pills medicine, but I'm also going to tell you, I can't say not take these pills, but I'm going to tell you to do this, take this medicine, drink these waters, okra water, whatever. And they had to stop practicing because it was like, no, I can't. It's going against my soul. And like Cuzzo and I say all the time, when you put the rose-colored glasses on, you can't unsee a lot of shit. You can't unthink a lot of shit. And once you know better, the Most High, your soul, your goddamn moral compass is gonna force you to do better, or it's gonna kill your ass. Going against the motherfucking university.
They don't want to probably get their license revoked and all that shit.
Right. So I bow out gracefully, and I do my own thing over here.
Turn to a holistic doctor.
That's how they get their money, is through writing them scripts, man. If they can't write them prescriptions, they're not getting paid for real. So what are you being a doctor for if you can't get up there and write this? I need. That's where all the money's pumping from. That's why they put so much pressure on them doctors when it comes to them scripts being written, because if you're a doctor office and you ain't writing no prescriptions for you, you're not gonna get no money. Because that's where all the money is. That's big pharma for you right there.
Here you go. Here go one for y'all. We talking about the assisted unaliving company, right? They in England and Switzerland, right? Pegasus. I can't read that well. Swiss Association. But look at this
Pegasus?
kicker though. Pegasus, there we go. You the boss. Pegasus Swiss Association. Guess when they were founded. Take a guess when they were founded, dog.
2020.
2019.
I
Right
was
before
close.
she hit the
I knew it
fan.
had to be one of those. I was close.
Right before she hit the fan, they was going into business because they was like, man, I gotta get these souls. They acting
Mhm.
like the nigga from Mortal Kombat,
You know what else?
the soul collector.
What if it's a means to hide evidence? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to talk about the the V, right? And then supposed sicknesses and all that. It's a way. So like if these big pharma, these corporations be like, hey, let us help you off yourself, unalive yourself. I don't know what they do with the body. Maybe they cremate it or whatever. But it's a way of getting rid of mass evidence, because like if you put it, if people start dropping in large amounts and someone does autopsies, like I can imagine they've already accumulated some type of evidence or things, artifacts being found in the
Commonality.
body, right? And there's patterns developing, but nobody's coming forward. Or like I have seen some things, what I'm saying, like clots and things like that. But it's like it's a way to kind of like push the evidence off and like have people off, because it's like, oh, they didn't die because of this. They died because they unalived themselves. That's why they're kind of pushing it. You know what I'm saying?
That when people putting deaths on something else that really wasn't the cause of the death. We just
They
went
did
through
that
that
too.
with that and still going through it to this day.
Right.
You know, yeah, with that suicide shit is crazy though, man. It is a good cover for them though, for what's to come, because they know the way things about to be. A lot of people probably are wanting to get up out of here, but to each his own. That's all I can say, man.
You
But
know,
that
that's a
video,
travesty.
Again, bro. We ain't talking about nobody who is going through something horrendous. You know what I mean? Something that we can't even fathom.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But we talk about more like the people who ain't tried everything possible. Like you ain't
Or
tried
believe in the
everything.
system and believe doctors have their
Right.
best interests at heart. Like if a doctor tells you, like we just talked about, you got 6 months to live, most people
I'm
won't
taking four
question
of
it.
them. I'm going taking four of them, going hard as a bitch.
Right. Or they'll like
and you
they'll
killing yourself at that
right, they'll
time.
give up, they'll throw up their hands and be like, oh, this person knows better than me. He's the
Right.
professional. Right. And
Right.
they won't take the initiative to be like to push back on that, or to like, try to push forward or get a second opinion. But doctors, like, I have experience with doctors in this kind of way. Like they, for some reason, they are trained through their schooling to, I don't know, it's like be negative or just be very pessimistic and tell you worst case scenarios, even for things that's probably not that serious. Like I don't know if it's in their training, how they talk to you. They have to like give you worst case scenarios for everything. And I don't know if it's liability reasons. Like if they try to tell you, oh no, this is not that serious, and then it ends up being serious, if they're liable medically, I don't know. But they have this tendency to just give you the worst case scenario for everything. So 6 months could be worst case, but they won't give you hope because they don't know if you're gonna, if you'll be
So
able to
watch
pull
this.
through.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
So talking about the doctors and the system in itself. So we talked about who we know who about a few holistic people, Yaki and others, Sabi, Gregory. It's a lot of them out there. It's a whole lot of them out there. So how many hours of nutrition are doctors required to take in school? How
They
many
get
hours y'all think?
it's like 15 hours in their whole school career for like 8 years or something, or 20.
20, 25 hours. Them niggas
And
in school for 9 years.
and nutrition is like a week, if that.
No,
That says a lot.
that's one day probably. 25 hours is what, 2 days?
That's literally
3 days
one
Something.
day.
classes?
Hmm.
You
They
could have
don't know
took that.
shit. They don't know none of. They don't know nutrition. They're taught to put a man created chemical into the body to cure all ailments outside of surgery, like physical, cutting and stuff. If it's chemical, that's all they know. Nutrition is not a factor to these medical institutions.
Man,
It's
'cause
just
look,
not.
You got 6 months to live. The whole time, the medicine you need been growing in your backyard.
Ain't it though? Dandelion root,
And you taking chemicals that's not helping you is actually
mullet,
making you worse.
It
rosemary
should be
oil.
growing in your backyard all your life. It's just that they ain't gonna give you the tool to understand what it is that you really need for your body because they're not in the business of helping you. They're in the business
Fasted,
of you coming back to them.
intermittent fasting,
It's like a drug
decrease
dealer
your
telling
sugar intake.
yeah, it's like a drug dealer telling you go buy from somebody else. His product better than mine. He's not gonna do that.
Hey, he
Why
real,
would
he
you do
real.
that? Yo,
The drug dealer that seen you come to him high as a bitch. He know you high as gas. He know you don't need no more.
he gonna keep you coming back. That's their motto. They can't listen. Doctors can't heal people that's healed. You have no use for people that's already healed because if people start to look into a lot of research and start to get their medicine straight just from going in nature, because shit, they got books on all the shit that you can find in nature that will heal yourself. I have a lot of herbs that I consume that's very, very helpful for what I don't eat meat. So I'm putting all my herbs back in my body for the shit that I don't put in my body anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People never go to do any type of research to find these type of things. You just keep listening to the doctor. Oh, you're gonna die. Oh, you need this medicine. You need that medicine. That shit just making you sick. Not only that, it's keeping you coming back from them. That's just like putting on glasses and you're never gonna take them off.
Mm-hmm.
You're never gonna take them off. Once you start to use that medicine, you're hooked. Not gonna
Yep, Ozempic out here having motherfuckers drop 100 pounds in 2
Rampant.
weeks.
Running
When
rampant on there.
look,
And
you
so
can use turmeric and water to do the same thing that shit doing.
I'm gonna use myself as an example. I got high cholesterol. I used to blow tree. Had to stop. Slow it down for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I go back. I started taking some psyllium husk. You know what I'm talking about? I go back. My shit down. Maybe 40, 30 points. Right. I stopped taking it to see if that was the common fact. I go back. My shit high again. So all right. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm 37, mind you. Sure do. I say, yeah, you should probably think about, getting some high cholesterol pills. I'm like, bitch, I'm 37. I'm gonna try some shit first. You're not about to get me.
I ain't doing no pills.
So I got my psyllium husk, natural growing, organic. I take it goddamn, do whatever I take. You know what I mean? Watch my sugar intake. I just stop smoking, see what's going on, to check my shit out. But also, you got to be personal responsibility. Take responsibility for yourself. I still work out heavily. I still do my shit. Goddamn, I got me a little scale. They got my metabolic age. My shit say I'm 36. You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna get one of those. I should get one of those.
That's
a bar,
hey,
man.
and my HSA paid for it, so whatever. You know what I mean? So
we supposed to be taking care of ourselves, man. We gotta take care of ourselves, bro. Because these institutions do not care, and they don't teach their doctors and nurses proper care of us. They teach them, what's it called? Helping treating symptoms, but they rarely ever go to the cause.
Ain't cured shit.
Nah.
Band-Aid. They're good for putting a Band-Aid on it, send you home. It's only to charge you, only to create a bill for you, or create a bill for your insurance for them to get paid. I mean, the hospital is no different than going into a fucking club or going into any type of event and being charged.
Establishment.
That you're being overcharged to sit in a fucking room for 4 to 5 hours to be told nothing. You know how that goes.
Yeah. And apparently not even Band-Aid. They move into fucking killing people. So hopefully this isn't a trend that blows up further than what's going on. But
the Healthy Heart Association, them niggas. Have you ever gone to their website and looked at the food they recommend you eat?
What, like steak and wine?
Steak, wine, mac and cheese, bro.
See?
They got the shit on the box of the Cheerios, and now Cheerios coming out saying they fucking with your heart. But they always associate with the Health Heart Association. Come and get me, motherfuckers. I wish I would.
Those companies paid them for them to say that they're good for you.
Of course.
And they took their money. And they said, all right, give us the money. We'll say this is good for your heart. And they took the money. So they ain't about shit.
TSP. They got a lot of that shit contain TSP, trisodium phosphate, and nigga, it's sold at Lowe's and it's sold at Home Depot. I don't shop at Home Depot and I don't shop at Lowe's to get food. So no product that I'm consuming should be sold in Lowe's or Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great percentage of the food that's in all the grocery stores because they use it to keep the food from getting old. That's why that shit can sit on the shelf forever and ever. And then when you get it to your house, you set it on the shelf forever and forever.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Where the light at? Where is the light? Where is the light? Where is
the light? Is take care of yourself. Move away from these chemical medicines, chemical pills, and like do as much research on holistic remedies and taking care of your body. A lot of preventative and proactive stuff. Because I tell you, you know what I'm saying, you go to the doctor with an ailment, whatever they're gonna give you is really not it. You know what I'm saying? It might mask some shit. It might mask some symptoms. You know what I'm saying? But it's got side effects. It's gonna do something else. Then you're gonna develop that problem. You're gonna go back. Then they're gonna give you a pill for that. That's gonna create other side effects. Like, it's crazy because my pops, you know what I'm saying, he was on mad pills, and he would tell me like, he take this for this, take this for this, take this for this. And even back then when I was little, he's telling me, and I'm like, this don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know no better. I'm just looking at him taking all these pills, and I'm just like, this can't be life. Like, when I get to your age, this ain't gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know shit. You know, and I'm 40 now. I'm not on nothing. You know, I don't take pills.
Yeah.
The difference is, it really ain't no difference. You got drugs being cooked up in the streets, and then you got drugs being cooked up in the lab. So what is the difference? There is no difference. They all comes with a
regulations.
You know, they're all being sold for profit. It's just who's doing it and who's approving it.
Right.
The drugs are not no different. It's no different than them locking fathers up in the early 90s for selling crack. But then you got the kids on Prozac and Ritalin, which is no different than the shit that you was locking their fathers up for, which was more potent than what you was locking their fathers up for. Right. It makes no sense. These are all drugs. You know what I'm saying? So if you point fingers, someone, he's a crackhead. You going to the doctor getting prescription pills every month, ma'am, you're no different. You
going to the corner store. You going to the drug dealer too.
Exactly. It's just that because yours has on a white coat and he has on a leather jacket.
Hey, buddy. And no, they pay taxes because they pay taxes on their crack. That's why.
Exactly. And it's crazy because it's being distributed at one of the biggest rates ever. And it's crazy. It's pushed to you, your neighbor, anybody else. The man on the corner selling his crack or whatever, he ain't knocking on everybody's door and saying, you want to smoke this? You want to try this? He ain't got no commercials. These people got commercials for you.
Oh, yeah. And they tell you, anal bleeding, side effects could cause anal bleeding, suicidal thoughts, dry mouth, impotence.
My butt.
One of them people. Hey, hit that video though. I want to hear that video though. It ain't no but a 6-minute video. The one with the guy, getting a little bit about that shit that's going on.
Queuing that up. The same people who spent $11 billion on an election is the same people that locked the niggas up for weed and start selling weed. It's the same niggas who told them don't buy that crack off the corner. Go buy that crack out of Rite Aid. You know what I'm talking about?
Same people. Same people that took my people off the streets from running numbers to now got a lottery that's giving out or making billions and billions on top of billions.
Oh, and Rosie is jumping. Royal Casino jumping. MGM Grand is jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Same people.
You can bet on football games now. Go ahead.
That's the bar. Where's your picture at right here? You can hear it? Oh, let me play it.
Nope.
Wait, hold on.
He sound mad though. Whatever he's saying.
Giving out or making billions and billions on top of billions.
Oh, and Rosie is jumping. Royal Casino jumping.
Now,
and,
this whole
and
maid
Granny's
thing, this
jumping.
whole SOS series,
Double.
Y'all can hear
You
it?
can bet on football games.
Oh, take it back.
Go ahead.
Y'all can hear it?
Stop killing us.
Right here.
Stop
You got to echo
Murdering
Can you
somewhere.
hear
us.
it? Oh, let me play it.
a message to the Canadian government of Canada.
Nope.
Oh shit! Hold on.
He's
Now, this
saying
whole
man,
really
maid
whatever
thing,
he
this whole
Giving
SOS
out
series,
or making
stop
billions and billions
murdering us.
on top of billions.
Oh,
a
and
message
Rose
talking about
was-
here on the
Rose was
channel.
jumping.
Can you hear it
Is
now?
referenced.
Yeah, you got to echo
Now,
somewhere,
this
bro.
whole
And
from a
Granny's
video I
jumping.
made
Yeah,
5
man.
years ago.
Echo is a
One
playback.
in
Bet on football games.
Oh,
man.
take it
Go
back.
ahead. Reported over
Oh,
top
here?
of
Oh, hold on.
Stop killing us.
All right. That was kind of
And-
weird. You can hear now?
Canadians to be
Yeah.
euthanized.
That was weird.
Stop killing us. Stop murdering us. A message to the
How you
Canadian
put Canada with
government of
Nick's head
Canada.
on? But I'm gonna say that.
Now, this whole maid thing, this whole SOS series we've been talking about here on the channel, is referenced from a video I made 5 years ago. 1 in 10 Canadians to be euthanized by 2025. It was kind of a projection I made back then, kind of, I don't know, really, not really any good models to go off of, but just the way the tyranny was building up. The people getting into more economic debt, people taking on more they can afford, people being backed into corners financially, right? And then in 2019, 2020, they went ahead in 2020 and pulled the trigger on the pandemic to calm things down, because the whole world was protesting in 2019. 2019 was the year of the protest, and governments were losing grip.
Not
So,
2020.
referencing a video I made 5 years ago, 1 out of 10 people will be euthanized in Canada by 2025. And we were warning people this across the Commonwealth, connecting the dots across the Commonwealth, that this is coming to New Zealand, this is coming to Australia, this is coming to the United Kingdom, this is coming everywhere. This is coming, it's coming, and it's going to be something that governments are going to be pushing. And we were predicting back in 2020 that 2024 was going to be the year of government-sanctioned murder.
What?
Now, I've received quite a few messages from you guys, and they're very heartbreaking. And I kind of want to go over some of them on reference to the SOS Canada series that we did. The whole SOS out of Canada. Governments are purposely murdering us. Now, I have a message here from M. I'm just not going to use the full name. That was in Sault Ste. Marie Hospital, where M was visited 50 times plus to force her mother to end her life, and all she had was gout, and her mom is 69. So this whole
I
maid
would have beat the
movement, this
brakes off
whole
of everybody. in that
maid
motherfucker.
50 times too.
employees that are going around in maid service vans and maid branches in hospitals now that are devoted to assisted suicide, right? So ST from Oakville, Ontario, 56, was harassed by maid nurses every 3 hours while in the hospital.
Just
KG
beat they
in
fucking
Brampton,
ass.
KJ in Brampton, Ontario, 49, was receiving calls at home after a brief hospital visit. He was receiving calls from a brief hospital visit
We ain't doing that though.
at home, harassing him. Hey, did you give that maid a thought? Hey, did you think maybe assisted suicide might be for you? Hey, it looks like you only got $9 in your bank account. Maybe it's a good idea. How did we get here?
Yo, that's
Watch
demonic.
the first SOS video. Watch over
Super
the 10
demonic.
years of videos we've been talking about the money laundering and the disenfranchising of Canadian middle class, and Canadians having to keep up with money launderers by bringing
say got free
rates down
healthcare.
to dangerous levels to take on more debt. And then, hey, guess what? We're going to help you kill yourself now. LT in Medicine Hat,
Those are sacrifices.
Alberta. Mike, you were bang on your predictions all these years, and what is scaring me is after I saw your SOS video, not even an hour later, my friend of 41 years calls me and told me she was asked several times if she wanted to end her life. This is crazy. I shared your videos to others. So after brief hospital visits, they get your information and then they start mailing you stuff and start telling you that maybe it's a good idea to end your life. From TCT1 says, they pressured my dad in Toronto, Ontario, and he is no longer with us. And only of our few family members knew that he passed on. He passed away with assisted suicide. So they come in, they try to get you secretively to talk to you. Right? I got an email from someone else that my mother was pulled aside while I was in my hospital bed, the nurses were telling her so my mother could be talked into ending my life. The girl that was in the hospital was basically being told
I think
that
we
it's
know
the best.
I don't know how, like, that's a means for a beatdown. I don't know how you don't get physically violent. Like, I don't know how you just deal with that. I don't know.
I end your life, bitch. You want to try to end your life? You want
I'd be
life,
like, how about I put you in that machine?
Like, I'm talking about physically.
What is going on that these people are pushing that narrative towards people now? Something ain't right, man. That they offering these type of services. Y'all worse than the funeral home showing commercials.
It's either depopulation, or they trying to sacrifice to their Moloch, to Baphomet, whoever the fuck. Like, that's demonic.
They got. I mean, you got contracts with fast food restaurants. We already at odds about that because we don't understand that part because that makes no fucking sense at all to me. Anyway, but you're literally offering these type of services to people as an alternative situation for them because they're coming to you for the services that you're supposed to provide. And you no longer want to provide them because it's costing you. You having to come out your pocket because of what? This shit makes no sense, man.
You know,
50 times. Like a high-paid ass concert.
Contacting somebody 50 plus times to be like, hey, you want to kill yourself? We got this machine.
That ain't even contacting no more. You know, that's more like manipulating. You manipulate to do this shit.
I would argue.
Come on,
like
man.
I would argue like that's attempted murder or like some type of threat. You know, like you calling me to kill me. I'm taking that as a threat. Like this hospital, this institution actively wants me dead. So I'm suing you for bodily harm, for attempted murder, whatever the case. Get paid, get your millions of dollars, keep it moving. Like 50 times is outrageous.
They really assisted that person with ending their life. You call that person that many times to get in contact with them to make sure that this look. Hey,
they got
to do it. See, but then, like I said, it's on the back end. What kind of profit is being made off of that? Because you know they flush you down the drain now. Down. So they'll get your body and just because you can go out like that too. They'll flush you down the drain if you want. They got ways of doing that. So what's the back end of it? What's the money that's being made off of it? Is this since this is the new push that y'all pushing on the people along with your population?
You got another thought, right? So the money they're making off of it, but it's a million niggas in jail that ain't getting out. They ain't gonna talk none of them.
Yeah, what about those on death row?
But why not though? Tell me why not. Tell me why not.
Because it's money keeping them niggas there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially for corporations that contract out the prisons for labor.
So if a nigga been in jail since 1969, he's still there in 2024, why you ain't gonna talk to that nigga? Why you ain't gonna talk to him?
And prisoners get some of the best medical treatment.
Bro.
I didn't say jails. I said prisons. Prisons. Because they want to make sure you good, you're able to work, you're able to goddamn go out there and get your slave on.
The gyms.
And we're not encouraging none of this behavior. We just trying to put two and two together. We just trying to figure some shit out. We just trying to understand why the fuck, who the fuck, when the fuck, where the fuck was all this okay. If like I said, If a nigga been in jail since 1980 and here it is 2024, why you ain't gonna talk to that nigga?
Mm-hmm.
Why ain't gonna talk to that broad?
Let me hear
And
somebody.
then Canada got free healthcare. Why are you even bothering them people?
Right. If they, I don't know if they're doing this down here or if it's like it's gonna be something that slowly makes its way. But I wish a motherfucker would hit somebody in my family 50 times on some, hey, let's help you take your life. I'm going in there and it's gonna be some violence. You're gonna see me on the news. This is something I can't even fathom that being okay. You know what I'm saying?
No more. You can't even walk in their room no more. Don't even walk past that motherfucking room. Bitch, about to see you even look toward the room. Goddamn. Come on, man. What type of shit is that? You literally. Come on, man.
Like, get some takeaways, man, because this shit is weighing heavy on my spirit. It don't make sense.
Takeaway is, man, just take care of yourself, man. There's information. There's holistic information. There's ways to take care of yourself. There's a lot of preventative shit. Eating right, exercising, all the things. The thing is, we know about this. We've been preached about it all our lives. It's just most of us haven't developed the discipline or the foresight to like take control of that shit. And some of us just go to the doctors and trust them with our bodies, pause, with the shit they prescribe us, and you just give yourself to the health system, to Big Pharma. That's not recommended, but the takeaway is just, bro, take care of yourself, bro. That's it.
What you got here, Rue?
Yeah, my takeaways, listen. All I can tell you is the hospital is not your friend. If there are always other ways that you can take care of yourself without going to be lied to by people that would never have your best interests at heart, who only want to get your money, when actuality, a little research go a long way, because you could have some shit in your backyard growing that could save your life. So, sometimes just put your mind in reboot mode and start to look into things. And a lot of shit are paying out for you if you just sit back, be patient, do a little research, and keep on yourself. Focus on you and working on you. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. Unify Thrive, motherfucker. Don't forget that. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, Unify Thrive. And like I said before, did them same niggas who gave them people syphilis and let them live their life. They the same niggas who locked niggas up for weed and now they selling weed. They the same niggas who stopping the runners and now they got gamblers. The same niggas who shot Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. The same niggas who assassinated Fred Hampton. Motherfucker was, how old was Fred? Fred was 17, 18? A young nigga. Young nigga running shit. Let me go get him out the way. You know what I'm talking about? It's the same people. Once you put the rose-colored glasses on, dog, it's hard to see something different. So go ahead and put the motherfucking glasses on. Take care of yourself. Take care of your people. Get your shit right, cause them niggas don't give a fuck about you. You heard? Unify Thrive.
Take it in your own. Take your health in your own hands. That's the show. Yeah. We appreciate y'all. Do the thing. Like, share, subscribe. Do the comments. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. 9:30, 10 o'clock the latest.
9-ish. Nigga, we here.
Word up. Thank you guys. Peace out.